From weathered back roads to the blazing edge of faith, this is where grit meets grace. Welcome to the place where truth ain't tame and stories burn brighter than the flame. This is the Gunpowder, Propane and Jesus podcast. Real talk, real calling, no polish, just purpose. Let's light it up.
Man, that was an amazing intro.
Listen to that audience. Listen to that audience.
Tyler Halcomb, he loves that intro every time.
Yeah, he's a man.
Why are you on your phone, Aaron?
I
Put it on Do Not Disturb, okay?
I can't. I got to see. That's Jordan right
Hey,
there.
at least put it on silent.
Do Not Disturb. I'm muting Jordan right
if
now.
If you're going to talk on your phone, just talking to the mic.
I muted him.
Good
He's
Lord.
muted. I'm not going to turn him back.
he's like a rookie.
This just goes to show you this is
Was that
hardworking
Haley?
people.
Was that Haley? Put your phone on silent, sir.
Who was it?
It was Connor.
Oh, wait.
He knows what we're doing.
You're muted. I'm sorry.
Unmute
Say that
me
again.
and never mute me again.
So this is real working people. We do work even though we're doing a podcast. So.
Not me. I'm jobless right now.
Yeah. He's not even a good. I'm going to leave John alone today.
If you need a great IT man, a terrible podcast director and board runner,
man.
but he is great at anything else IT.
That is hurtful, man.
Give John Howard a call.
You know what? I'm going to just give you the login for Podbean. You go ahead and edit all these, and we'll figure it out. What kind of computer do you have?
I got a MacBook.
That's a whack book. I bet them keys are sticky too.
Off the rail.
Off the rail.
Less than 2 minutes in.
Oh
So,
man!
Before we
DSX.
go any further,
Yes.
we had Friday morning breakfast. We had a devotion. We had 45 men. Evan Schofield brought the word.
Good word.
It was a good word.
He didn't just bring it; he broke it.
Yes.
He broke
He
the
broke it
word.
down.
Yes.
But the morning breakfast was sponsored by Southern Power Wash Solutions.
Woo!
He bought breakfast this morning for us, and he's our guest on the podcast.
Southern. What's his
Edward
name?
Carroll.
Edward. What's your middle name, Edward?
Lane.
Lame.
We probably.
Thanks for the breakfast, Lane.
You should have just said Lester. It'd be better than Lane.
If you need your house washed, your car washed, your driveway washed, if it's in the winter, if you need your dog washed, you'll probably do that in the slow time.
I called him yesterday. I was like, "Hey there, I heard y'all do power washing. My lady's about 1,000 pounds. You think you could spray her off?" And he's like, "Big John." He knew it was me. Oh man. We got the amazing Edward Carroll here. We got Aaron Clark, Jordan Overton.
Y'all should have just seen
Don't
the look
sound
he gave
so
Bruce.
excited.
Bruce isn't dead this
I
week.
guess Bruce is here.
He's alive and well.
I did not
is,
die last
Bruce.
week. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that good news.
And that's just after I said I was going to leave him alone this
I
week.
better
watched
be in your
that
will.
Turn
I
it
better
back
be in your
on.
will.
Yeah.
Flip that switch.
Oh man, off the rails.
You are in my will, though. You're going to be changing the litter box for my cats when I leave.
Amen.
Your daughter won't change it. You're used to, so.
I know, man. No, I'm going to get rid of the cat.
Hey,
It's
But
peeing
she's
in
not
it.
using it, though, right?
She is not, still not
See,
using it
Gotta
yet.
take your wins when you can get them, buddy.
Just
She's
train
still
that
not
thing to
using
pee
it.
in the toilet.
You know how hard that is? This cat is fat. Like
He
it's
can't work
like
the volume button.
it's like
He can't-
70
He can't
pounds.
train a cat to pee in the toilet.
I'm working the volume button, man. I'm getting. Oh, Bruce.
I was going to leave you alone.
I'm
You
gonna get
started
some.
it.
I'm gonna get a taser.
Robert De Niro said he's got thumbs.
I'm gonna get a taser. I'm gonna tase you right in your face, man.
I got a
Any of y'all-
taser. My taser's got a Glock.
Oh my! That's not a taser. That's a murder machine. We don't say Glock on the podcast. We might get banned.
There's gunpowder in
Gunpowder.
the name.
Gunpowder
Yeah, I
in the
mean-
name.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Apple's giving us a cancellation notice right now.
Right now.
Oh my
We
lord!
get canceled every week, I think.
I do too. I think it's Bruce's fault.
I'll take the blame. I'm good with
Yeah,
it.
Bruce did it.
Bruce.
Who killed Bruce? Edward's going to power wash his brains out.
Well, there's no question about it. It was John.
I didn't do it. What's your wife's name? Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Cindy, I didn't do it.
I'm worth more dead than I am alive, so you might want to ask her a couple of questions.
She's got 4 life insurance policies on you don't even know about. Oh, man.
Oh, my
No, the
Lord.
bad part is I know about them.
Jesus help me.
She keeps setting traps. She puts the toaster by the bathtub. Hey, Bruce, use that new toaster soap I got you.
Lord help.
Just plug it in first, baby. Oh my
Off
lord.
the rails.
Oh, that's not off the rails. I'm so off the rails is when we say something bad. Okay, can we commit to off the rails?
That's
and
actually
something bad,
That was
yeah.
actually some pretty clean fun there.
I know.
For the first time ever.
Man, I had an interesting story this morning.
We're not talking about that. We're definitely not.
I do want to know why you hung that blanket up over the window so I can't see how tall that tree is.
I swear, if we talk about that tree anymore, I'm gonna cut every tree
Johnny
down.
Appleseed cut
Oh
down.
my lord.
Backstory, Edward. We planted that tree at our first podcast.
We did
A
no.
tent.
Now it's growing apples and
It's probably about
everything
40
else.
foot tall now.
I still
I
don't
can't see it.
I still don't
Yeah.
get why it's a reference. Like, I don't understand why it's a reference now. Like,
They've made Snapple with that apple tree we planted out there.
this is not
drinking
fun. This is not funny. I'm gonna edit all this out. Any more tree references, it gets edited. It makes no sense to me. We're not slow. I was on time. I popped everything in. I even programmed the sound pad so we could do stuff like that.
Look at that.
Now I don't need my computer.
So I
High
take back
five.
my.
No,
he
I'm
can't
not high
have
fiving.
it anymore.
He's really upset.
He's good
Y'all hurt
today.
my heart, man. Gee whiz. So we got old Edward Carroll here.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Why
do this.
are you looking at Jordan?
Looking at Jordan. You know that guy.
I can't.
You got on me last week about looking at people when I talk to them.
I can't look
And
at
you're looking
Edward
at-
in the face. He's so good looking, man. He's so muscular.
Look at him blushing.
He hadn't even been to the barbershop yet.
He told me I could go with him on his next vacation with him and his. He takes his daughter everywhere. Like
Dude,
they're
they
always at the beach or at Disney World,
I
Universal.
need somebody to cuddle with.
Oh,
John will keep me warm.
off the rails. I'm Bruce off the rails. No homosexuality on this podcast.
It's just iron sharpening iron.
Hey, I'll be the big spoon, you be the little spoon. I'll protect you like Camp Gadarene with Aaron. No, all our clothes on, okay?
He'll be fully clothed
Yeah, I love you.
unless you're in
It-
Bryson City.
You know what? We don't.
Unless he had a bad morning.
Bryson City's amazing.
Like
you
this
still got
morning.
them pictures. I always have a bad morning.
We're not
Any-
talking about that.
Yep,
We're
yep.
not. Mm-mm, don't you do it.
Any interesting stories around the room we should do? Aaron, how was your week, man? Your video was a little intense, man.
It's been a rough week, man.
Yeah. Talk
Back
about it.
hurts.
Yeah.
I pulled something or did something worse to my RD injury that I have.
Yeah.
And it's been killing me all week. And
And
just a bunch of other things the devil's threw on my back with work and everything else. It's just, I'm not going to go into great detail because
No, we want it all. Name names.
no,
It has definitely been a
it's
week.
just work.
Yeah.
We'll put it at that. Not employees, but the other.
I think the Lord did bless you with a badunkadunk. You don't have a normal white
Oh,
white
my
boy
Lord.
badunkadunk. My wife says I have a
Here we
frog badunkadunk.
There we go.
She sends me pictures of frogs.
There's
Your
that
back
tree.
pockets overlap each other.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Oh man.
But I will say though, I mean,
Speaking of butts.
but as bad as it's been on me, it's been a good week. I mean, yeah, there was some aggravating things, but I'm still healthy. I'm still breathing. The Lord's provided.
Amen.
We almost died rear-ending someone yesterday getting
Yeah,
the Sam's.
them
Yeah.
idiots slamming on brakes for no reason.
You were staring at the building looking for Jordan, and we almost died, man.
I wasn't looking for Jordan.
You were. You love Jordan with all your heart. You were looking towards the building here, and
I was.
yeah.
We were
That was
looking. I was seeing
scary.
if he was here through the cut through right there.
The truck was like bark, bark, bark. It was like barking at me. What did it do? Bark, bark, bark. That's
all
the
the drinks that were in the bed of the truck
Yeah,
slammed
slid
against
forward.
the cab.
I had to crawl in the back of the truck and get all the drinks out. Aaron's like, I'm gonna just take a nap. You ain't doing nothing, boy. No, I'm just
If
joking.
you
I'm
ever
cleaning
need
the-
anything to like test your faith, hop in a truck with Aaron because he looks at everything except the road in front of him.
Hey, ain't neither one of y'all died yet. I don't want to hear it.
Bruce, how'd your week go, man? You killing it with Kirk Poole and Hearth? By the way, King Kirk, Bruce is here not doing work. We need him out more because I like killing him off every week.
We're staying busy. We're all over the place. I was coming back in town from Taylor, South Carolina, coming through Ware Shoals to Greenwood, and the tire on the trailer passed by me. Mm-hmm. I was running about 55.
That's never good.
So yeah, that wasn't good.
How does that happen? I'm getting something.
We got some
weird.
static in here.
What is going on?
Someone is, Edward's got a Android phone. Those are automatic cancer givers. Android.
Man, if we'd have known that, we would have invited you on the podcast.
We're gonna leave you in the. You're gonna need to put that in a lead box. Go ahead,
But
Bruce.
yeah, it's been a challenging week. Like I say, going down the road, running about 55, and my tire comes past me, and luckily nobody was hurt. We got equipment offloaded, loaded onto another trailer and moved, but. Still better than we deserve.
That's crazy, man.
Got food on the table, roof over our head.
What happened with the nuts? Just came off while you're driving?
Yeah,
or?
every one of the studs broke off. I don't know.
Speaking
That's
of,
him. That ain't me, bro. That is him.
I tell you, look, he's pulling his shorts up. Iron.
iron driver, iron.
But yeah, it's been a challenging week. But hey, we're supposed to face them, right? That's what builds character.
Yes. Jordan, give us your deets for this week. How much complaining did you have to tell Aaron to pray about?
The guys haven't been complaining as much. I do more complaining than anybody nowadays.
Yeah, you're a diva. We know that.
Yeah,
They just let you be their voice.
that's right.
Jordan's either calling, and it's either 100% happy or 100% the world is falling apart.
Oh Lord. So he's a Chicken Little, huh?
No, he's good. I love Jordan.
Why don't you let Jordan talk? Jordan, tell us how you feel.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel a lot better than yesterday.
How's your marriage going with Haley?
It's good. It's going good.
She's still looking at my creek photo.
I mean, I catch her every now and then sneaking off to the bathroom to find that picture. So
I'm surprised she
thank you
paid
for
me
that.
$100
Putting
grand
that
for my
wedge in our
OnlyFans
way.
subscription.
Well, that's only because it was shallow creek. It wasn't deep creek.
That was actually the moonlight hole. That picture was from the moonlight hole, and Cindy Tesh took it. Shout out Cindy. She will not listen to a podcast.
Oh, Lord, help me.
I used to like you a lot, but now I hate you, Cindy.
Some of these you probably shouldn't.
Oh my Lord. No, listen to them all.
Lord, help me.
I had a pretty good week.
You did. I will say this, John. You did encourage me a lot yesterday.
You're welcome, boo.
You brightened my day, boo.
Man, I had a good Monday at recovery, and gave some stuff up. We were talking about fears and all that stuff, and part of fears is my fear is giving up control, and a lot of times I will build things up in my mind that I'll set up situations in my head and get real pissed off about it. Yeah. And
Before they even
I don't even have a reason to, because I can't control it, man. I just have to relinquish that control. So I've been trying, when something pops in my head, when I get a lustful spirit or anything like that, when it pops in my head, man, I pray about it. I said, God, I'm giving this to you,
Amen.
It just helps me through it. So
Good deal.
Amen.
it's been good. I need a job still. I want to do something part-time. I need to make some extra money, but I'm tired of helping people with computers, man. It's annoying sometimes. Because they're like, why don't my Facebook games work?
Ask Facebook.
I don't know. So
Is that a problem you come across a lot? Facebook
yeah,
games?
especially you.
But that could be your outreach, though.
Yeah.
That could be your window to
I don't
reach
want that
people.
outreach. I want a different outreach. Tired of that outreach. Okay. It's I've been doing it for too many years.
So, Edward, tell us about yourself.
You're not in charge of this podcast, Bruce. You were just in my book, you're the fourth co-host.
I just backed that up.
You
John,
just look purdy
John,
over
who's
there.
our guest? What's his
You're
story?
only here because we want to talk to Cindy at some point, okay?
We can call him right now.
Can we
Hey,
call Cindy?
John.
We should definitely call Cindy. That'd be
John,
good.
we
Probably
should
will
ask
not
our
answer the
host
phone.
about himself.
Jordan,
Hey, that's a good idea,
You're
Jordan.
the third co-host.
I'm glad you thought of
Me
that,
and
John.
Aaron are running stuff.
Who's running what? I'm
I
just
don't know.
here.
You just looking handsome over there. Look at that.
I honestly think Edward gives you a nervous tick because that phone, you're not doing it right this second, but a minute ago you touched
he
that
is.
thing like 20 times in 10 seconds.
right
Did
there.
I don't know why. It's
I think
weird.
it's a
What he-
nervous
what he
tick, but you were
wants-
looking at Edward when you
So-
were doing it.
I can't
There's
look
only-
him in the eyes.
there's only
his
one
eyes
other
are like
person.
deep
John has a
oceans.
crush on me.
Yeah, he's so dreamy.
There's only one other person I've seen him do it with. So before you leave today, you're going to have to give him a picture so he can put it in your wallet. And then he'll have you and Adam in his wallet.
Yeah,
It's the beard.
he's such a
Must
good looking fella, man. How many girls you dating right now? 13, 14,
There's a mic in front. Yeah.
None.
None.
none. Yeah, that's because he don't take names. he's got numbers and phrases for them. Stinky breath.
You see what happens when we don't have a format?
All right,
Mole
stop.
cheeks.
All right, stop. Edward, John, hush.
Sorry.
All right. So Edward, just
the
start
road.
off. Give us a little history on you, your testimony, where God brought you from, where you at now.
Edward Laney Walker.
Lame.
John.
Sorry. Tell us about yourself, Edward. Where'd you grow up? What high school did you go to? Any sports? Just give us the deets.
So I grew up in Barnwell, South Carolina, and South Augusta at the same time. My parents divorced when I was 5.
Ooh.
And so my dad moved back to Barnwell, where his family's from. My mom was in South Augusta. So I pretty much bounced back and forth till I was 14.
Yeah.
Lived on both sides. Went to Willis-Nelco High School for 3 years and then finished in the Great Cross Creek High School. I graduated,
Southside.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Any sports?
No. I started out sports in 8th grade and then I don't know if I can say I found alcohol and drugs in high school and sports became irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say
so,
that's just
yeah.
being real.
you
Been
know,
there.
Aaron's still drinking and driving. Don't ride
My
with
orange
him.
pineapple.
sports were kind of important like 7th, 8th grade, middle school. But then as soon as I got to high school, priorities changed. Girls, drinking, partying, fun. So no sports. And I'm not very athletically inclined.
Hey,
Pretty bad, pretty bad.
You talk in the microphone. You can connect
I play golf
eyes
as
with
good as Aaron. I can say that.
man.
I got that. Yeah, I
About
got
to say,
that. We both shoot like
he
115.
can't drive it as far as I can.
He is very consistent on the golf course.
Yes, very consistent to the right and in the woods.
I wasn't gonna say all that, Edward.
I wouldn't know. You ain't talking, Jordan.
I've never been invited to play golf or softball. It's kind of hurting me now.
I told you could come hang out at
Why are you
softball
looking
with
at me?
I don't want to play softball.
Well, you brought it up. We didn't.
I want to play video game softball.
us. We don't do that.
That's healthier. No
So anyways,
sun.
So what else?
Edward.
What else you want to know?
Everything, man. So do you remember in high school, like who first taste of alcohol, drugs? What happened there?
So I think for me, what I talked about earlier, my mom, she was molested as a little girl, so she was a really angry, abusive, bitter woman. My dad was an alcoholic, so I won't say I grew up in a bad childhood. Like my parents loved me, but they just weren't in the best place.
Hurt people.
Exactly. So I think for me, where alcoholism and stuff really started from was just trying to seek some acceptance.
Yeah.
Not knowing where I belonged. I bounced around in a bunch of schools, maybe 2 years at a time. And then we would either get evicted or something would happen with my mom. We'd go and I'd school after school. So I struggled to make like long-term. I was always jealous of people who had friends since kindergarten.
Yeah.
Because we moved so much, I could never create long friendships.
Yeah.
And so I moved in with my dad permanently when I was 14 and just in a new school. I think I was in 7th grade when I moved in with him. And I just latched on to the first group of people that would take me.
Yeah.
And that was the ones that were doing the things that I knew I was raised better than to do.
Yeah.
But because there was acceptance, because I was, I guess, cool in their eyes, I did whatever they did. And before I knew it, you just kind of spiral out of control. And that actually led into started drinking and smoking weed when I was 14. I did not quit drinking until 2017. I don't keep up with my years of sobriety, however long that is, but that was about 18 years of alcoholism. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So what started is a one-time thing, just trying to be accepted, winds up taking you down a black hole for a long time.
Yeah.
So
In some bad places, huh?
I was married and there was an affair in my marriage. I could blame her for cheating, but obviously an alcoholic husband's probably not the easiest thing to live with and deal with. So I'm sure there was, I've accepted there was probably faults in me, but it took my wife, it took my family, and it's taken a lot more than I could have ever imagined. So definitely not a good thing. But I can stand here today, 2017, was 8 years sober. So, and now I haven't, after recovery and going to church and realizing where Jesus' places in my life is, I don't have any struggles with it anymore. I make jokes with Aaron every now and then, have a bad day, but no, it doesn't have a grip, man. I'm around people who say they'll always still struggle with it and go to a bar and be in a restaurant or in a gas station and struggle because it's there, but it really isn't.
You don't get that tingle or that itch in the back of your neck or anything.
I think Adam was in here. I was listening to his podcast yesterday and he talked about the difference between like clean and sober. And I don't know which word you use it, but for me, it's like recovery. And so you can, when I would get the flu or go to the hospital, I'd be sober for 3 or 4 days, right? Because I can't drink in the hospital. I tried, but I couldn't. But there's a difference in just not drinking and then versus knowing why you were drinking and the roots and why you were doing it. And to me, that's the recovery and the sober. To be sober is to just be without the substance, but recovery is know why you were using it to heal those broken parts of you so that you're not using substances. Because unfortunately, if you don't learn what it is, you'll stop. I see it a lot, but you'll stop using the substance, right? But you'll find something else
to fill that void.
To feel what's, hey, I'm not drinking no more. And even if it's not drugs, it's, it could be lust, it could be relationships. You'll still find something to take your mind off of what's really eating you at the core. So yeah,
it's treating with medicine and all that, not putting Band-Aids on it that really get you through it. Yeah.
God is the only thing that can really fully fill that void. That he was meant to take that away from us when we use other things. And you're going to be left, because I would drink, right? We'd go out on Saturday, and it would be great then, but you always still wake up the next morning just feeling empty. And that's why you chase the drinking again, just trying to stop whatever it is. So, yeah.
Did you, and you did the recovery ministry at Victory for a while, didn't you?
I think it was before it was 180. It was actually a young adult recovery.
Oh, gotcha.
I want to say it was like in 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
We actually did it with Josh and Mindy at the church for a little bit. I helped Timmy with it for about 3 or 4 years. I started recovery in the sanctuary where some of Aaron's guys is from with Matt Lieber. Okay. And then transitioned into helping at the church. Yeah.
And now, did you come from, because you're pretty new to Victory, aren't you?
I started Victory in 2016.
Gotcha. Okay.
2015, maybe. Yeah. I think I remember in 2016. My mom actually, I was not in church at all.
Yeah.
And then I went through that really bad divorce, and my mom had at this point been going to Victory for about a year or two. She had some issues with some other churches in the Augusta area, and she just fell in love with Dr. Brown.
Yeah.
I nor her had never even heard of Dr. Brown until she went to Victory. We weren't really in the church, very much, but she invited me. She had got her life right, and I was divorced, just mainly just wanted to get her off my back, to go. But man, I remember sitting. I'll never forget sitting in that church the first time. It was actually Adam's wife that was singing. Lauren was up there singing, and she sang this Blood, man. There's something about that first Sunday I sat in that pew, man. I was reeking of alcohol. I had been out all night long. I remember pressing my clothes up and going to my friend's house to stay, and I hung my suit in a spare bedroom, so you make sure to set an alarm for 7 a.m. when we get back from the club. I got to get up and put these clothes on so I can go to church with my mom. It was a rough night, but man, something just sparked. I've loved Victory ever since. That's been my church home.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny how when we're in our darkest places, something comes around and just snaps you out of it. So did you get saved in that service, or?
So
you started getting the knock on your door.
So I have an aunt in my life that's, she is the greatest Christian to me I've ever known. I do remember being 7 years old. I'll never forget it. I went to a church service with her and my uncle, and I was on the way home. It was on Wednesday night, and I remember riding in the backseat of her car. And we were, at the time, I was living with my dad, and we had to stay with my grandfather because he had gotten divorced from my mom. We didn't have nowhere to live at. And I remember sitting in the backseat of the car thinking, man, I don't want to go to hell. I don't know much about church, but something that night in that service, it just shook me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. I was in my grandpa's house. It was a Wednesday night, probably 10, 11 o'clock at night, but it was burning in me so bad. I called her on my grandfather's phone. I remember being at the foot of his bed, calling her and just telling her I didn't want to go to hell.
Yeah.
And I said a prayer, and I believed at that moment that I was saved, right? But for some people, we don't grow up in a discipleship home.
Yeah.
My dad went to church, but then we went to the liquor store after church on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was just a box check thing. It was something that you do. And so there wasn't a Bible in my home, really. We didn't go to Sunday school. We didn't go to Wednesday night like what we have at Victory. There was no discipleship. So I believe that there was a transition for me in my heart. I knew who God was at that moment, but nobody showed me how to live it. So I'm just living in the world for the next 20 something years, trying to figure out. I always reference God, and there'd be times, like a lot of us, I wouldn't talk to God, and then just 8 months later, hey, God, it's me again. I would pray when I needed something.
Yeah.
When things were really bad. So I knew who he was, but I didn't really have that relationship like I wanted it to be. And I remember it was 2016. I was working at National Paper, and there's a guy that goes to church with us named Jason Payne, and he was preaching, and I was watching one of his Facebook live sermons. Like, it was 3:00 in the morning, sitting on a forklift at International Paper. And he was talking about his testimony and how he was called to preach, but he didn't answer the calling.
Yeah.
And him and his wife had a miscarriage, and there was just a lot of things in life going crazy. And when he finally one day surrendered and said, God, if preaching's what you want me to do, I'll do it. And how his life had just changed. They had a baby after that, and just that surrendering. And I remember for some reason, it was 3:32 in the morning. I wrote it in my Bible. It was 3:32 in the morning on November 6, 2016. I just sat on the forklift and I said, God, I'm just done.
Yeah.
There wasn't necessarily a surrender to call at that point, but I was just tired of going out. I was tired of trying to use the world to relationships, chasing girls, all that stuff. And I remember sitting there saying, Lord, I don't even know how to live right, but you've got me in a good church. I've got good people around me. Dr. Brown was my pastor at that time. And I just said, Lord, I just want you to take all this from me. And it took me, I don't know, the next 8 months to get sober. It was, for me, I didn't just drop like that. It was I quit drinking for a couple of days and I have a bad day. But for the next 8 months, he continued to slowly just work on my heart. I was one of them people that just takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But ever since that night on 2016, man, my life has been completely different. So I wouldn't say that I got saved in 2016. I rededicated. I got rebaptized.
You were born again, is what it sounds like.
That's what I feel like, yeah. I do know that. I do remember I can take you to the place in my grandfather's house. In that room, I still see it in my mind where I said that prayer at 7. So that's real. That moment was there.
Yeah.
But I think at 2016 is where we started getting discipled. And now with the pastor we got now with CT, discipleship is so much more important, and getting continued classes and things like that. It really kind of helped me understand what I'm living now and what I'm doing,
Yeah. I think I've said it before, I think we get saved from something, and then we get saved for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just depends on where you are at in your life and what you are dealing with and what you're coming from and all that stuff. So, it's amazing to hear that, your testimony and yeah, man, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So, growing up, it doesn't sound like it was too crazy, but I mean, you still were dealing with, some craziness, seeing that and dealing with your parents like that. How has that affected? Because you've got a daughter. How old's your daughter?
She's 12.
Yeah, she's 12. She's a wonderful little girl. And man, I can see it on your Facebook post. You love that little girl with all your heart, man. And, do you, how do you deal with what you came from and how you deal with what you're trying to do with her now?
It really ain't your phone. That's that board.
I don't know what it is. I mean, actually, put that phone
It
back
might
up
be an
there.
Android.
It might be.
Oh, well, no, it's clicking now. I don't know.
So, what'd you say again? I'm old.
I forgot,
forgetting.
man.
My little girl. My little girl.
Talk to us about your daughter.
So, I think, I got a little brother whose dad, my mom got pregnant after the divorce of my dad, and I have a half brother. He's been in jail pretty much since he was 12. And I watched, and I think the thing with my daughter that's really affected my parenting the most is my mom grew up with an absent father. I talk about when she was molested as a kid, it was by her stepbrothers. Just a bad situation. And my mom would always tell me how much not having a father in her life affected her as a little girl. And I've even not saying anything bad towards anybody I've dated, but even in my dating life and relationships after marriage, I've noticed that there's a void that's created in a girl's life when the dad's not present. And so man, when her mom left, and I guess my little girl is my everything because I didn't have anything else. I don't really have a whole lot of family. I got an aunt that I talked about earlier, but she lives in Tennessee. So my little girl is she's my whole entire world, you know, but
and you can tell it.
I kind of, when my mom put into my mind that I watched what she struggled with for so long, I said, if I don't do anything right in life, and if my purpose is nothing else, it's going to be a good dad. Because I didn't want her to turn out the way that my mom did. And I wanted her to know that whatever she would expect from a man in her life in the future would have to come from me. Right. You know, I can't have her dating a douchebag of a guy if I was.
Right.
And then say you shouldn't date that. Right. Cause that's what dad was. Right. And I think I struggle with that sometimes too, because my dad was an alcoholic. And then trying to figure out, well, I always thought it was okay to drink because that's just what was. A lot of people grow up in a Christian home or in a good home, and alcoholism seems really bad. But when you grow up in it, it's just normal. Like there wasn't anything, you know, when other people would come to my house, my dad would be drunk and stuff, and they would be uncomfortable. It was just normal to me. I didn't understand the difference. And so I just wanted her to have a normal upbringing, but it really has become the purpose to just be a good father to her. If I don't do anything else, I talked about, I think it was a couple months ago when I came here and asked me to come do a Friday morning, but the scripture that always stood out to me is it talks about our children's children will be the crown of old men. And if there's nothing else that we can do in life is to know that our children's children are the crown of old men. That's what we leave behind. It's not our car. It's not our truck. It's not a business. It's not money. It's not 401ks. It's not inheritances. Your grandchildren is what your crown of life is. And the only way to affect your grandchildren is to have good children, right? So I want to make sure I'm raising a godly little girl that I know that she won't make the mistakes that I did, and that my grandchildren will be raised hopefully in victory and have a life that I never had. And I can look back and think, if I don't do anything else when I die, I can die and rest and close my eyes and look and see my grandkids are living a completely different life. We talk a lot about generational curses. People will go through things, and somebody somewhere has to pick it up and say, we're not doing this no more. My grandfather was an alcoholic. My dad was an alcoholic. Alcoholism ran my family for generations, and it's somewhere somebody has to put the work in. It's not easy. Right. I think a lot of people don't want to do it. My dad probably didn't want to quit drinking. It's hard. But if somebody doesn't say it stops with me, it does lighten the load on the next generation. I have to carry those things with me. And I can be glad to say, I think I quit drinking when my little girl was 2.
Yeah.
But she's to this day never, ever seen it.
Yeah.
It makes her uncomfortable if we're around people who are drinking, or even in a store where there's alcohol. You can see the uncomfortableness in her. And that's way different than, like I said, me growing up just thinking it was normal. So if I don't do anything else, I've always said I'm going to be the best dad I can do. You know,
that's awesome. That's
and
good.
You do a great job.
I try.
No, you are amazing with her, and you can see the love, you know, between you and her, man. I'm struggling with my daughters, you know, just because, you know, when I was going through all my stuff, I just walled myself off, and I'm trying to get some of that back. It's tough, man. And my oldest daughter, she just, you know, I can't, you know, I'm just making no headway with her, and it just drives me nuts. I've just been praying, you know, I'm just giving it up to God, you know. That's what I'm trying to do. It's tough, man, you know, especially when you don't participate for such a long time, especially when they're developing and all that stuff. It's hard to come back from that. So, you know, you're doing a great job. I can, you know, I love, like I said, I love how you treat her and, you know, just how you treat people, man.
I think a lot of times, you know, like you were saying, we've done wrong or we try to make better and try to make up for things. But I think one of the biggest things is admitting, hey, we were wrong with it. You're never going to change what's happened in the past. Yeah. Right. But you got to have that serious conversation. Hey, look, I take fault for that. I take blame for that. I know I was wrong in this way, and I know it affected you, what I see this way, but how does it really affect you, you know, and truly apologize for how it did affect them. And then, you know, the only thing I can do is from this point on, I'm going to do my very best.
Yeah.
To be the man, to be the father that I should be, whether it be a father figure or just a friend, just in general, because we can't change the past. There's nothing we can do. We just have to accept that we were wrong and admit it.
Yeah.
And then strive to do better moving forward. And like you said, breaking generational curses. I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody had made some notes of a sermon, and they were just talking about how good the sermon was and all that kind of stuff, and said, "Hey, here's my notes." That way you can kind of get an idea of it. And it was very good notes, but at the end of it, it said, "I don't have to be a drunk like my dad and his dad.
Yeah.
It can stop with me."
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's that hits home for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I've always told my son, both my kids growing up, I want you to have fun. Go out and have fun, but remember, make smart decisions, because every decision you make is going to have a consequence, good or bad.
Yeah.
We don't get to choose the consequences. We only get to choose the decision.
That's right.
So it just, and when people are younger, it's harder to understand that aspect than it is for an older person. But I think with breaking it down and trying to live the life for your daughter, to show her, like you said, you can't expect her to go be with a good gentleman that takes care of her and opens doors for her if you act like a douchebag.
Yep.
Right.
Because that's what she's going to be used to.
Right.
So you're exactly right. You got to train them. This is what you got to do.
Thanks for listening, and remember, the smoke may settle, but the embers stay lit. This was the Gunpowder, Propane, and Jesus podcast. Stay tuned for the next part of this episode.